Week 11. Here we are. It is May 5th, and I'm filming my week 11 check in. First and foremost, I just wanted to get something out of the way because this is probably the biggest thing that happened this week. I did it. I did it. I earned my associate's degree this past weekend and I graduated. I think I mentioned in the last video that this was coming, so that first phase is finally done. I've just been feeling really good. Feeling very, this chair is really squeaky. Been feeling very grateful. Like that's not even, the words don't even describe how happy I am and just at peace. This morning, 30 minutes ago, I decided to pray. I decided to pray to my ancestors, talk to the ancestors, talk to my loved ones who have passed, and just show my gratitude because I know that they were watching over me, in addition to my family being incredible and my friends just being so supportive of me completing this phase finally. And I was kind of grappling with the idea of not telling many people because I guess in my own personal way, Jesus Christ, could this chair be any louder? I do have a little bit of a hard time talking about my accomplishments and things I'm doing because I always think, well, I'm just getting started. So like the big thing hasn't even happened yet. And by big thing, I mean, pursuing my bachelor's degree and graduating with that. But yeah, the first thought of my mind is like, well, it's not that big of a deal. Like I worked very hard for this and this was a long time coming, but there's more to come. That's what I always think. And sometimes it's hard for me to actually celebrate those things. But I was reminded this weekend just about how lucky I am, how highly favored I really am. I prayed for days like this, not to be cornball, but I prayed for the life that I have right now. And that's why I felt the need to light a candle, put out my pretty rocks by the window, and just sit with the candle lit and some sage going and just be very present in the moment because like many of us, I think being present is a very difficult thing to do. You really have to be active in it. And in my journal entries, I found myself always thinking about the next day, always thinking about next week, always thinking about the month ahead. And I actually had to stop myself and I was like, wait. You've got to sit and really, really take in this moment, really feel this feeling that's here right now and truly show gratitude. Now, I've shown gratitude, but I wanted to go back to a practice I used to do maybe a year ago more often. I haven't done tarot in almost a year. It's been a very long time since I've actually sat down, done tarot, and prayed. So I felt it was in my gut and in my heart to say, you know what, you gotta do this. And I did that. And I sat down, I lit a candle. Like I said, I put my rocks in front of me, and before I did any tarot, I just closed my eyes and I thought about my ancestors. I thought about everyone in my life who had passed, and thought about the people in my present, and just started to cry out of sheer gratitude, tears of joy, because I felt like not only did my family carry me through all of this change, but my ancestors, I come from a culture where that's very, very important. So I wanted to show gratitude. I almost, sorry if I'm like spacing out, but it's just I cried a lot, and words are difficult to come to me right now because it's just, I can't describe this feeling. It's just like there's just too much love pouring out of me right now. I feel like I have an abundance of it. It's like energy that I just want to like give to people, because if I could just bottle this feeling and give it to people on the street for free, I would. So I did that, and I'll talk about week 11, but I first of all want to talk about tarot. And tarot has such an interesting place in my spirituality, and I started doing it maybe 3 years ago consistently and learning how to do it. I even have a tattoo that's supposed to symbolize 2 different cards. You can't really see it here, but this is the only tattoo I have, by the way. This is supposed to represent the Queen of Wands as well as the Emperor, because those 2 cards I feel like are the cards that really speak to me the most, that really resonate with me. The Emperor because I'm an Aries, and I feel like the Emperor, again, in the most gender binary sense of things, the Emperor represents my masculine energy. My chart, my birth chart, has a lot of Mars and a lot of Saturn influence. So I feel like the divine masculine has always been very present in my life. So the Emperor, Aries Sun, Aries Stellium, has just been he's my dude. That's my guy, the Emperor. The Queen of Wands, however, is who I feel my divine feminine resonates with the most. Again, feminine, masculine, however you want to define it. The Queen of Wands is my manifester. She is my creator. She is the artist and the person who expresses true love and energy. And I feel like the Emperor is the steady leader, the person to put his foot down, the person to defend others, the person who is just a warmth of an energy. If any of what I said made sense, Lizette, just take it as it is. Again, words are hard this morning because it's just feeling. It's just feeling. So anyways, let's go with the cards that I got this morning. So I did a past, present, future reading and a clarifying card. So let's see what I got. So this is what I got in order. The first card that fell out, and this was, of course, after I prayed and cried and all that corny stuff. The first card that I got was, not that, the Sun. I was like shuffling my cards. This flew out as the first one and like landed right in front of me. And I was like, you're funny. Universe, you were hilarious. So yeah, the Sun, positivity, vitality, success. This was in the past, even though it's still very, very much resonating with me now. It makes sense. I just graduated. I just, finished a complete cycle. And so this is what this signifies to me. So that is the Sun. So much love radiating. I feel a lot of love radiating out of me. And this is just a very joyful card. And I don't get this card often. This is so funny. I don't really get this card often. So this was fun to see come out. Present was the Page of Wands. So this was interesting. This was about creativity. Page cards are always cards where you are in the very beginning of something new. And the fact that it's wands is exciting because wands represents fire, represents creation, alchemy. And so this is telling me that I am motivated to start something new, a new project, something creative. I may not have all the tools, but my excitement is there. He or she or they has their staff firmly planted in the ground. So there is a plan. There's a plan coming. I'm not just going to be flying by the seat of my pants with this card. There's excitement, there's new energy, and there's a groundedness about this. So these are really good practical, fun things that are coming my way. So long as I embrace that, I think that the Page of Wands as my present card is a great sign. So that was my present. And my future was Ace of Cups. Of course, it comes after I had just been crying. And so I also was like, okay, you're funny. Ace of Cups it's just a card of vitality. It's a card of emotions. Water represents emotions and feelings in the tarot. And it's just, I always think of the phrase cup overfloweth when I see this card, because it really is like, I cannot stress enough how much I feel like my cup is overflowing with joy and love. And like I said, if I could just give this cup for everyone to drink, like I would. And there's so much Catholic symbolism in this. It's so funny. Like you can see like the coin. This is either a coin or a wafer. This looks like one of those bread wafers that you would eat in Catholic Mass. That's probably what it is. And the cup is the cup of God, where it has wine. It's supposed to represent Jesus' blood or something. So anyways, this is again another, it's a creative card, it's emotions, it's positive. And all of these were upright, by the way. So I'm feeling pretty good. And the cup flows into an ocean. So this energy is not going nowhere. It is going back to what I think this represents, the general or collective consciousness. So this is a cup of giving. This is not a cup of taking. So that's why I think the water goes back into the ocean, because it's like all this energy that I have will be returned and can be recycled to the people around me. And that's what I want to do. I feel it naturally. So yes, cup overfloweth, give, not take. I'm feeling that. And last but not least, the clarifying card, the star. More water, right? The water bearer, the card of the Aquarius. So I'm always happy to see this card. This is always great. I have an Aquarius stellium, and I love what this card represents. Again, it's the water bearer. What did they say this card represented? Like the specific. The star, tarot meaning. I always go on biddytarot.com because I feel like they have the best explanation for it. So upright, this card means hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and spirituality. As the star follows the tarot card, or as the star follows the Tower card in tarot, it comes as a welcome reprieve after a period of destruction and turmoil. You have endured many challenges and stripped yourself bare of any limiting beliefs that have previously held you back. You are realizing your core essence, who you are beneath all the layers, no matter what life throws your way. My cat is having her zoomies. You know that you will always be connected to the divine and pure loving energy. You hold a new sense of self, a new appreciation for the core of your being. The star brings renewed hope and faith, and a sense that you are truly blessed by the universe. You are entering a peaceful, loving phase in your life, filled with calm energy, mental stability, and more in-depth understanding of both yourself and others around you. This is a time of significant personal growth and development, as you are now ready to receive the many blessings of the universe. I mean, yeah, 100%. So this is the clarifying card. It's supposed to tie everything together, and it most certainly, the message has been heard. So this was a very beautiful pull this morning of the cards. Now, this morning in my journal, I started thinking about the idea of certain values that I believe in, and one of the limiting beliefs I think I held in the past that I feel I officially let go of was the idea of what is cool. What makes me cool? Because we spend our lives trying to fit in and trying to find community, right? That's a natural way. I don't think wanting to fit in is a bad feeling. I don't think it's an abnormal feeling, right? I think we as humans want communication and community, and we want We don't want people to reject us. That's a very human instinct. You need community. Now, finding the right community, that's actually the struggle. And that is actually where self-accountability comes in, through your actions, through what you believe in. I firmly believe that if you have your core values and your wits about you, you will find a community where you don't have to try and mold yourself into being someone you're not truly. And it speaks, it speaks like your closest 5 friends tell you everything you are about yourself. And so I want to share something I wrote in my morning pages because it was pretty important. Okay. So I think I wrote something like, I used to pray for mornings like this. I had a great morning, having a great day, having a great life, really. Okay. I used to pray for everything I have right now. Here we go. I used to be so unsure of myself. I really did not have any real confidence. Now, I feel like I had cosplayed like I had a lot of confidence. I'm an extrovert. I talk really loud. I, make jokes and, all of these facades that I would put on to mask outward confidence is not necessarily what I felt on the inside. I thought I could find my confidence in material things, other people's approval, and maybe what being cool meant. I thought being cool, let me just read exactly what I said. Okay. I thought I could find my confidence in material things and other people's approval, or maybe the cool people I would hang out with would give me confidence. I thought cool was something I could become once I had the right pair of shoes, or the right tattoos, or the right piercings, colored my hair and wore edgy clothes. Those things are all fine by themselves, but they were never going to make me cool. I am already cool by default. What makes me cool? Quite literally, my values. I believe in building true, honest, and strong relationships that last a long time. I'm not interested in fast and shallow networking just for the sake of it. As long as I go out, live my life, and be myself, each room I walk into, I will meet the right people. I don't force any interaction. I will be natural and normal. Otherwise, it's not happening. So that's value number 1, building true and honest, strong relationships. Value number 2, I believe in standing up for people, because through that, I learned to stand up for myself. If someone does something off color and or disrespectful, I will check them right then and there and ask them what they meant by that. Protecting others even if it feels uncomfortable and scary. I do it because everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Value number 3, I believe in strong family values and community values. You may not agree with everyone all the time, nor should you, but community means everyone. Yes, even your neighbor who was really annoying with the vacuum Roomba. Support them and defend your neighbors. Lastly, I believe in staying true to your word as closely as you can. Words matter, but they must be applied. Stop running your mouth if you don't want to follow through. Your word is binding. Give the respect of your word to others. Now, those are just 4 of my values. I definitely have more, but those are the ones, I sat down and wrote those out, and I go, you know what? This is what makes me cool. What makes me cool is my surefire way of living my life, because I take all those values and I put them in motion. You can believe in whatever you want to believe, but if there is no action behind those values are null. And I feel more confident than ever walking into a room knowing that I carry those values with me. It doesn't matter how I dress. It doesn't matter how I look. Those are all fine things, and I enjoy some of those things for sure. I have fun with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if there's nothing behind my actions, if I constantly feel this need to win approval from others, it shows. And I'm finally in a place where I don't need to prove myself in that way. I don't have to walk around on eggshells anymore. I don't feel strange after interactions with people in my life anymore. I feel completely and totally one with myself. And through that, I'm able to give love to others. Nothing is in short supply here. I have everything to give. The source is unlimited, and I can see it in people. I know that I carry this light in me. I know that I carry love with me. And for so long, I've let the wrong people make me believe that it really wasn't worth that much. To the point where they disrespected the hell out of me, that they dogged me out, the fact that I even believed what they said about me, what they felt about me. I believed that I wasn't worthy of those things. The fact that I let them do that, I can only do better moving forward. So that's what I feel. I feel very convicted and strong in those values because, God, honest to fucking God, take all of this away, take my jewelry, take everything I own, take my computer, take my clothes, take whatever. You can take whatever you want from me. But as long as I have the people that I love around me, I am good. I am so good. I am not cool because of the things that I have. I am cool because of who I am. And I walk into a room and I believe in myself. I believe in other people. It cannot get more simple than that. It really can't. And if I could talk to you right now, Lizette, you need to understand this, that there is nothing external that will truly make you happy. What will make you happy is standing in your values, staying true to your word, and keep fucking going. Do not let anyone stop you. Do not let anyone disrespect you. The right people will be around you naturally. When I say that you don't have to force relationships, it doesn't mean that you don't have to work hard. You do. I still believe in working hard in my relationships that I've had long term. You know, I may be friends with people for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years. I don't get complacent. I see every year as an opportunity to grow the friendship. I don't stay complicit in my relationships. I want it to get better. Every single relationship that I have, familial, romantic, platonic, communal, every year is a chance for me to grow that. So that's what I mean by working hard in a relationship. Is because with that mentality that I just mentioned, every single one of the people in my life also feel the same about me. It's difficult to want to grow a relationship when other people in that relationship don't want to. And that's fair and fine. Everyone has their right to act to the best of their ability, but if the best of their ability is not giving you back what you give, then you just got to figure out what the dynamic of the relationship is, because as far as I'm concerned, every single person in my life would do the same thing for me. So I'm not begging for people's love and attention anymore. I've got it. I will keep working at it. I will keep wanting to be a better person. I will not always be perfect. I am an imperfect person. So are the people in my life. But the general consensus that we all have is we can work through anything together. We can do whatever we want together. And that includes the hard shit. I'm only celebrating right now, but over the last year has probably been probably the most difficult of my life, because I have just had the privilege of taking on all of these things voluntarily in order to improve myself. And I know that it's not done after this year. I'm still going to keep growing. I'm still going to, and growth is not a trajectory that goes straight upward. consistently. I'm going to have pitfalls. I'm probably going to eat my words at some point and say, well, I was really happy this one moment, but now this moment's really fucking hard. And that is to be expected. Okay. Anyways, I'm already at 25 minutes. Let's talk about week 11, which was all about recovering a sense of autonomy. This week, we focus on our artistic autonomy. We examine the ongoing ways in which we must nurture and accept ourselves as artists. We explore the behaviors that strengthen our spiritual base and therefore our creative power. We take a special look at the ways in which success must be handled in order that we not sabotage our freedom. So this is a good chapter about success. Creativity is a spiritual practice. It is not something that can be perfected, finished, or set aside. It is my experience that we reach plateaus of creative attainment only to have a certain restlessness set in. Yes, we are successful. Yes, we have made it. But, in other words, when we get there, the there disappears. Dissatisfied with our own accomplishments, however lofty, we are once again confronted with our creative self and its hungers. The question we just laid to rest now rears their head again. What are we going to do now? This unfinished quality, this restless appetite for further exploration tests us. We are asked to expand in order that we not contract. Evading this commitment, an evasion that tempts us all, leads straight to stagnation, discontent, and spiritual comfort. Can't I rest, we wonder? In a word, the answer is no. As artists, we are spiritual sharks. The ruthless truth is that if we don't keep moving, we sink to the bottom and die. The choice is very simple. We can insist on resting on our laurels, or we can begin anew. The stringent requirement of a sustained creative life is the humility to start again, to begin anew. Yeah, I mean, Miss Julia kind of went off with this one. This is probably one of my favorite chapters. Pretty good. Okay, so, yeah, that's. I can't say more. It's just been a really good period, and I'm looking forward to starting week 12, which will be the last week of this program. I really can finish things. I can finish projects. I can do it. Just takes a little bit of practice and hard work and dedication, but other than that, I can do it. So, anyways, see you next week.